Here's what I refuse to do. Waste money on junk that doesn't make me richer, healthier, or happier. Today, I'm breaking down 20 things I never buy. And trust me, some of these will shock you. If you've ever felt broke before payday, this might explain why. You're watching M-Cubed Money Mindset Makeover. This isn't just another finance channel. It's a mindset revolution. Elevate your money mindset. Elevate your life. Hit subscribe, and let's flip the script together. Today, we're talking about the 20 things I refuse to buy. These aren't little latte-shaming tips. This is about exposing money leaks, dodging the traps set by marketing masterminds, and reclaiming your financial power. Stick around, because cutting even 5 of these could free up thousands a year. 1. Debt, the silent killer. Let's start with the monster hiding under every millennial and Gen Z bed. Debt. Not all debt, but the toxic kind. Credit card interest at 20% plus APR, buy now pay later scams, payday loans. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar stolen from your future self. The average American carries $6,365 in credit card debt, costing around $1,000 a year just in interest. That's not financial freedom, that's financial slavery. So I refuse to buy into it. My strategy? Attack high-interest debt first. Use the debt avalanche or snowball method. Freedom tastes way better than minimum payments. Now that we've slain the debt dragon, let's talk about another everyday budget killer hiding in plain sight. Lunch. 2. Daily takeout lunches. Restaurant lunches eat your paycheck alive. Average cost, $12 to $15 per meal. Pack your own, $3 to $4 max. That's an $8 gap, which across 20 workdays is $160 a month. And let's be real, half those $15 salads don't even keep you full. So I brown bag it meal prep style. It's not about being boring, it's about buying back my money and my health. 3. Single-use plastic water bottles. Bottled water is a $283 billion scam. A gallon of tap water costs less than a penny. A gallon of bottled water? About $9. You're paying 9,000 times more for packaging. So I roll with a reusable bottle. It's good for my wallet and the planet. Plus, you look cooler carrying a sleek hydro flask than a crinkly Dasani. 4. Unlimited data plans. Most of us aren't streaming Netflix on 5G while walking down the street. But phone companies got us paying for more data than we use. Here's a fun fact. The average American uses only 15-20 GB month while paying for unlimited. That's like paying for an all-you-can-eat buffet and eating one plate. I track my usage, pick a smaller plan, and keep the savings. 5. Fancy cell phone carriers. Speaking of phones, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, rip-offs. Carriers like Mint Mobile or Google Fi run on the same networks at half the cost. Why pay $80 when you could pay $30? That's $600 saved per year, no downgrade in service. 6 brand new phones every year. Here's the trap. Every September, Apple drops a slightly shinier iPhone, and suddenly your old one feels prehistoric. But new phones lose 40-50% of their value within a year. Buying gently used or last year's model saves hundreds with zero difference in your Instagram stories. I'd rather invest those savings in an index fund and let compound interest do its thing. Now let's get into food, because the grocery store is basically a battlefield. 7. Overpriced organic labels. Marketers know slapping organic or all natural on packaging makes you pay double. But guess what? A head of non-organic lettuce has almost the same nutrition as an organic one. Unless it's part of the Dirty Dozen list where pesticides are a real issue, I skip the overpriced label hype. Please look that up on your own. I buy seasonal produce, shop farmers markets, and keep my wallet and body healthy. 8. Meat every day, don't cancel me carnivores, but eating meat at every meal is expensive. Americans spend $1,200 more per year on meat than plant-based alternatives. So I do meatless Mondays or Tuesdays. Beans, lentils, tofu, even a large salad with a bunch of veggies. They're cheap protein powerhouses. Plus, if it's good enough for pro athletes going plant-based, it's good enough for my broke budget. 9. Paper towels. Paper towels are basically expensive trash. You buy them to throw them away. A family of 4 spends $200, $400 per year on them. I switched to reusable rags and microfiber cloths. Wash, reuse, done. Cleaner kitchen? Fuller wallet? 10. Random supplements. The supplement industry makes $40 billion a year selling us stuff our bodies mostly don't need. Unless a doctor says otherwise, I stick to whole foods. Because here's the truth, you can't out-supplement a bad diet. Kale pills. End of story. Alright, let's switch gears. Because even when we're being social, money traps lurk everywhere. 11. Over-tipping out of guilt. I love tipping good service, but the guilt tip culture has gotten wild. Ever noticed how screens at coffee shops push you toward 25% for a $3 latte? That's not generosity, it's emotional manipulation. So most of the time I keep cash for tips. I give fairly, not fearfully. Don't let tipflation drain your wallet. 12. Expensive pet gadgets. Pet companies know we love our fur babies, so they price gouge us with toys and gadgets. Newsflash. Your dog doesn't need a $60 chew toy. Mine's happy with a tennis ball in a cardboard box. Love luxury. 13. Trendy restaurants. Instagrammable doesn't equal delicious or affordable. Fancy spots often charge 3x the food cost. We hunt down hidden gems, hole-in-the-walls, and family-run spots. Better food, better prices, better stories. It makes it feel like a victory when you nail it as well. Pat yourself on the back. 14. Expensive gym memberships. Planet Fitness is $10, Equinox is $250. Same sweat. And YouTube has thousands of free workouts. From bodyweight training to running or biking, staying fit doesn't have to wreck your finances. I'll be doing an entire video on this soon, so stay tuned if you want more details and convincing. But let's be real. What's the point of saving on workouts if you're blowing cash on something like food delivery fees? That's one of the biggest silent drains on your wallet, and it's where we're headed next. 15. Food delivery fees. Take food delivery, for example. Delivery isn't just lazy, it's robbery. By the time you add up the delivery fee, the service fee, and the tip, you're often paying a 30 to 40% markup for the exact same food you could have grabbed yourself or cooked at home. Think about that. If your $20 meal suddenly costs you $28 and you order a couple times a week, that's hundreds of dollars a month evaporating without you even noticing. Cooking at home or hosting potlucks with friends isn't just cheaper, it's healthier, it brings people together. And honestly, it's way more fun than waiting on soggy fries and a cold burger that costs double what it should. 16. Oil change labor costs. And here's the kicker. It's not just food. The same principle applies to car maintenance, like oil changes. A quick stop at the shop can easily run you over $100, but doing it yourself at home? Around $40 for the oil and filter. That's less than half the cost. Now, when I bought my car, and for the record, I recommend buying over leasing in most situations, the dealership actually threw in 6 free oil changes. So this past year, DIY hasn't been my routine. But when those freebies run out, you better believe I'm back in the garage. Because with a few tools and a quick YouTube tutorial, you can handle the job yourself, save money for years, and gain something way bigger: independence and confidence. To me, that's priceless. 17. Stock picking. Buying individual stocks feels sexy, but research shows 84% of active managers underperform index funds over time. So I refuse to gamble. I stick to index funds. Safe, steady, diversified growth beats wannabe Wolf of Wall Street vibes any day. 18. Saley hype. Sales are scams dressed as savings. Research shows 89% of sale items were cheaper or the same price within 6 months. In other words, that flashing red discount tag doesn't always mean you're getting a deal. My rule is simple. If I wouldn't buy it at full price, I don't buy it just because it's on sale. Period. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some sales worth jumping on. Want to know which ones I actually recommend? Drop the word sales in the comments, and I'll share a few of the best deals we personally wait for and stock up on. 19. The IKEA effect. The same DIY mindset with cars works inside the home as well. Take IKEA furniture. Sure, you could pay someone extra to assemble it for you, but where's the fun or savings in that? Rolling up your sleeves and putting it together yourself costs nothing but a little time. And in the end, you not only save on labor, but also get that sense of pride every time you sit on the couch or eat at the table you built. It's the same principle. Invest a little effort, save a lot of money, and gain a sense of ownership that money can't buy. Here's an expert hack. As we've grown the family, we have recovered several IKEA couches, and they then feel like a brand new couch with a different texture and color. 20. Cheap, low-quality junk. Last but not least, I refuse to buy low-quality stuff just because it's cheap. A $20 pair of shoes that fall apart in 3 months isn't a bargain, it's a trap. I invest in quality that lasts even if it costs more up front. Because broke people buy twice, but rich people buy once. And here's a life rule I picked up from a very successful person that stuck with me. You spend most of your day either on your feet or on your back sleeping. So don't pinch pennies on shoes or mattresses. Those two things impact your comfort, your health, and your energy every single day. Skimping there just costs you more in the long run. So here's the hard truth. M-cubed family. Millennials and Gen Z aren't broke because we suck at money. We're broke because the system profits from our exhaustion. As I say in many of my videos, student loan debt is at $1.7 trillion. Rent is up 30% in the last decade, while wages stayed flat. And while we're hustling 2 jobs, we're told to buy more, upgrade more, flex more. You're not lazy, you're tired, and the system makes billions off that fatigue. Drop it in the comments. What's your biggest money leak right now? Rent, food delivery, Amazon late-night orders? Let's call it out. But here's the shift. Being frugal isn't about deprivation. It's about power. Every dollar you refuse to waste is a dollar you redirect. Money is energy. Stop wasting it on junk, and suddenly you've got fuel to crush debt, invest in yourself, and buy back your freedom. This is where broke ends and ownership begins. So there you have it. 20 things I refuse to buy. Not because I hate nice things, but because I love freedom more. True wealth isn't about chasing every new shiny purchase. It's about creating a system where your money works for you, not against you. Tell me your favorite and why in the comments. Let's have a conversation. I try to respond to all comments. Up next, 7 hacks to save $10,000 this year. No side hustle needed. Trust me. M-cubed family, your future self, does not want you to miss it. Keep hammering!